Ladies and gentlemen, this is Lieutenant Blue Cancat again from the 72nd Force Support Squadron. I'm making a video now on how to capture the data from the customer support check-in from the manager's point of view. So this is the home page for the customer support sign-in. So what I'm doing now is to gather the data for all the closed items so we can track average time, how many ID cards are served, and so on and so forth. So we'll go ahead and do that. So I have two screens here. Again, you don't have to have two screens, but it's going to make your job a little bit easier if you do. So first things first, I have my main screen to the left and my secondary screen on the right side. So what I'm going to do on my right screen, I'm going to click on this link and this will bring me to the task list. Right? So right now there's currently open items there. So as a manager, what I want to do is gather all the closed items so I can pinpoint exactly what the average time is, pretty much anything that you want it to do. So on this drop down menu right here, I'm going to click on closed items. Once you do that, these are all of the customers that have been served on the 18th of August. Right. Now it's very simple to do. It already has the wait time here, but there's a flaw in the system. Not so much the system, but in Excel, which I'll show you here in a second. So once you click on the closed items, click on actions, and then click on export to spreadsheet. Click on open. On my left screen, you'll see the Excel spreadsheet opened up. Click enable, and then this is the list of items that's on the SharePoint side. It's identical. Okay, so now that we have this exported information, we're going to clean it up just a little bit so we can get rid of all the information that we do not need. Okay, so I'm going to scroll to the right. This path, title path, I'm just going to delete that because I don't need that information. Item type, delete that as well. So this is the flaw that I'm talking about. So the wait time is already there, but for some reason Excel is not reading it as an actual time. So if I click on here and I drag it, it just counts it for me. It doesn't give me the average or the sum or anything like that. So not a big deal, very simple fix. And I'm gonna walk you through it. So one thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna highlight this entire column, right click. So I left click. Once it highlights everything, I right click on the mouse and go to insert. As you can see, it inserted a column. That's where we're going to get our data for the average time, or for the wait time. I'm going to change this to wait time. Right. And then what I'm going to do is highlight the cell all the way down. Sorry. And then what I'm going to do is right click, go to format cells here, and then go click on custom. It's loading. Click on custom, and what you want to do is you want to select this one right here. It says hours, minutes, seconds. Right? Once you do that, you click OK. Now, simple formula, you're gonna put equals sum, and then you just select sum, double click it. All right, And then now what you're going to do is you're going to put the modified time here. You just click it. Once you click that cell, it automatically populates the field on your equation. And then minus, and then you're going to click created right here. Select created. Alright, once you do that, again it automatically populates your equation, your formula, and click enter. Before I hit enter, pay attention to this particular field right here. Right? I'm going to hit enter. It actually calculates the time. It's going to be basically identical information on this column right here. But let me show you the difference. So this wait time here, that's automatically generated from SharePoint. If you highlight it, right, it doesn't give you, all it does is give you the count number. There's 18 items in there because I've only highlighted 18 items. But if I highlight this column that I just created, you'll see a big difference. So I'm just going to highlight this many cells. As you can see, for this particular time, it has the average time, the total count, meaning the number of cells, and the sum of all that time, right? So once we create this column, we really do not need this column anymore. All this is to verify to make sure everything is correct. I just wanted to show you that this particular column initially is useless. So I'm just going to delete that. So now that you have your data here for your list of items, let me make it bigger. I can go ahead and highlight all of this. As you can see, I have 33 items there so far. Let me zoom in. I have 33 items. The average time, average wait time out of those 33 items, and also the total time for all those 33 items. Okay. Let me show you another feature. As a manager, you can actually pinpoint your technicians, what they've done for the day, right? By using all these filters. Okay, you can filter by day, by technician, or also the reason for visit, right? So in this particular example, I'm going to take the average of the time for ID cards, right? I can go here. I'm going to select all. Once I do that, it's going to uncheck all the boxes, right? So all I want to do right now in this particular example is get the average time for CAC cards or the total time. So I'm going to go CAC card for civil service and contractors, CAC card for military, dependent ID card. Well, we're only going to do CAC card, so I'm not going to check that. Alright, click OK. Right now they've served this many CAC. Right? So let me get the average. Let me highlight all of this, the time right here. Once I highlight that, it tells me that from the beginning of the day up until about 10 o'clock this morning, the customer support created 8 CAC cards. The average wait time for 8 CAC cards right now is about 17 minutes. And the total time to service all those 8 CAC cards is about 2 hours and 15 minutes. That's from the moment they checked in. Right? you can filter it with whatever you need from this spreadsheet. Now let's just say, let's see if how many dependent ID cards they created today. Okay, so as of today, customer support created 16 dependent ID cards from 7:30 till about 10 o'clock. 7 o'clock, 7:48, first customer for dependent ID cards, and they were serviced at the end of the day, or I'm sorry, at 10:17 for this 16 dependent ID cards. For 16 dependent ID cards, the average time is about 11 minutes and 48 seconds, and the total time to create them from the moment they checked in, the moment it was created, it's about 3 hours and 8 minutes. So the SharePoint site is very versatile. As a manager, you can manipulate it to whatever you need it to do. You can pinpoint your peak hours if you wanted to see what your high volume as far as customer wise for a specific hours of the day. So that's it as far as manager is concerned.